share her interest. No one else seems to share her interest until she meets a cool, stylish employee at the CD shop, dressed in black from head to toe. He has this air of mystery about him, and his taste in music is impeccable. Aya falls hard for him, not knowing her crush is actually her female classmate, Mizuki. actually like move. And I feel like almost in every manga that I read, like 2 episodes fits into one manga. Because this was already in like the middle of the season when this one, when this story was told in the manga and the anime. So I don't know if they're just like see what the actual cover looks like. Oh, this is the actual cover. Oh, it's just folded. But yeah, I love it. So that is my Ayazawa collection, I will call it. And so let's move on to my individual standalone books that I don't have a collection for. And then we'll move on to my biggest collection of all. I'm a little hungry. I have my Superman comic. All-Star Superman comic. I'll read a little bit of the back for you. Combining their singular talent to create a new and brilliant vision of the Man of Steel, legendary comic book storytellers Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely are reunited with their WE3 collaborator, Jamie Grant, for one of the greatest Superman stories ever imagined. Collects the original 12-issue series. So yeah, this one was pretty awesome. I really like it. As a big Superman fan, I think it is really cool. And alongside that, I have my Batman Hush comic. Hush. Hush. I also got this one at the Recycle Bookstore for only $10. I'll read a little bit of the back for you. The Joker, the Riddler, Ra's al Ghul, Clayface, and more throw Gotham into chaos. But the Dark Knight's greatest challenge is much, much closer. Gotham City is stricken with a crime epidemic, and all the Batman's enemies have surfaced to wreak havoc. But little do they know, they're all pawns of the villainous Hush chooses the way survival against humanity and life against love. I feel like the Hunger Games is such a original idea. It's like I feel like you can't really come across a story like the Hunger Games do often. And finally, It says so right there on the inside cover. But as you'll soon learn, what you see isn't always what you said. And if you don't know what the school is really like, well, you won't just send up an enchanted toad or beanstalk. You could end up dead. Lucky for you, I noticed a stray handbook in the supper hall when I came back to visit, and I've been secretly adding my own thoughts as to what findings it will know. It will know the truth about this place. Even though I might be a proud graduate of evil, I know that if I could help one of you, ever or never, then I'd have done my duty as a survivor of this school.